It's 10 trivia questions on former band members from listener Ben Merritt. This is Trivia with Buds. It be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thank you so much for checking out the show, and happy weekend. At the time of this recording, it's Friday, March 19th, a couple days after St. Patrick's Day. Hope you had an excellent holiday. I had a super busy week with a lot of St. Patrick's Day themed Irish whiskey, green things, etc. themed virtual trivia shows. So my mind has been on St. Patrick's Day all week long, and I hope you had a fun holiday here in 2021. Today's quiz is about former band members by a listener named Ben Merritt, who says he listens all the time with his wife, and his wife likes to dance to the intro music. Thank you, Ben, for letting me know, and thanks for writing this great quiz with 10 questions on former band members. I used to be in a band in high school. Couldn't sing, couldn't play any instruments, but definitely formed a band with my friends. Maybe 8th grade or 9th grade. It was called Explicit Content. And my friend Steve Nelson was the mastermind behind it. He was the lead singer. I think I was the keyboard player because I owned a keyboard. But that was pretty much as far as it went with my skill. I could play Hot Cross Buns. I could play the Beverly Hills Cop theme song. And that's about it. But it was short-lived. They went on to perform all throughout high school. And they played at a lot of Battle of the Bands and things like that. Shout out to XC, Explicit Content. Steve Scapperty, Mike Brady, Orville Klein, Brendan Nelson, and Steve Nelson. We are going to jump into some band trivia right now from Ben. And we're going to do 10 questions. Here we go. All right, it's former band member trivia. The following questions are all about solo performers and the bands they started their careers with. Let's see if you know them. Number one, what 2000 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee group was Marvin Gaye part of prior to turning solo? Number one, what 2000 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee group was Marvin Gaye part of prior to turning solo? Number one. Question number two, this guitar player and frontman was previously associated with the groups Humble Pie and The Herd. His solo live album sold more than 8 million copies in the mid-'70s. Who was it? Humble Pie and The Herd, mid-'70s, solo live album, number two. Question three, the folk group The New Christie Minstrels gave us the solo artist best known for the 1964 protest song Eve of Destruction. Who was it? Number three, the folk group The New Christie Minstrels gave us this solo artist best known for the 1964 protest song Eve of Destruction. Question number four, Faces was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2012, but this lead singer's first solo hit, Maggie May, was released way back in 1971. Who had a song called Maggie May in 71? Number four. Question number five on your list for former band members by Ben Merritt. Sting's first solo album, Dream of the Blue Turtles, in 1985 marked his departure from this legendary group. Sting departed from what legendary group in 85? Number five. Question six, this rock band formed in Belfast, Northern Ireland in April 1964 and is best known for the rock standard Gloria and launching the career of Van Morrison. What was this band? Number six, launched the career of Van Morrison. Number seven, Eric Stefani and John Spence met at a Dairy Queen in 1986 to form a band. Eric's sister Gwen sang backup, then lead, then went solo in 2004. Name this band. Number seven, Eric Stefani and John Spence. Sister named Gwen. What was the band? Number seven. 3 questions left in this great quiz from Ben. Here's number 8. This English musician, singer, songwriter, and activist was the former lead singer for Genesis. Who was that? Lead singer for Genesis, number 8. And number 9, the 60s rock band The First Edition gave us this singer, better known for his country music hits. Number 9, the 60s rock band The First Edition gave us this singer, better known for his country music hits. And your final question, number 10, this group was formed from one member each of the Hollies, the Byrds, Crazy Horse, and Buffalo Springfield. What was this group? The Hollies, the Byrds, Crazy Horse, and Buffalo Springfield. Those are all your questions for former band members. We'll be right back in just a second to see if you got them all right. We are back with the 10 answers to the 10 questions on former band members from Ben Merritt. Let's see if he could stump you today. Question 1, what 2000 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee group was Marvin Gaye part of prior to turning solo? That was the Moonglows. The Moonglows, number 1. And number 2, this guitar player and frontman was previously associated with the groups Humble Pie and the Herd. His live solo album sold more than 8 million copies in the mid-70s. That was Mr. Peter Frampton. Number 2, Peter Frampton. Number 3, the folk group The New Christy Minstrels gave us this solo artist, best known for the 1964 protest song Eve of Destruction. That would be Barry McGuire, not to be confused with his brother, Jerry Maguire, from the 1998 movie. Maybe 96. Number 4, Faces was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2012, but this lead singer's first solo hit, Maggie May, was back in 71. That was Rod Stewart, Forever Young, Rod Stewart. Number 5, Sting's solo album, Dream of the Blue Turtles, in 1985, marked his departure from the legendary group The Police. The Police. Number 6, this rock band formed in Belfast, Northern Ireland in April 1964 is best known for their rock standard Gloria, and launching the career of Van Morrison, the group was called Them. Number 7, Eric Stefani and John Spence met at a Dairy Queen, and Eric's sister Gwen sang backup, then lead, then went solo in 04. That was No Doubt, number 7. Number 8, the English musician, singer, songwriter, and activist in question was the former lead singer for Genesis, and that is Peter Gabriel, who has a great song called Book of Love. That was my wife and I's wedding song about 10 years ago in September. Man, 10 years married. That's crazy coming up. Number 9, the 60s rock band The First Edition gave us this singer, better known for country hits. That is Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers. And number 10, this group was formed from one member of the Hollies, the Byrds, Crazy Horse, and Buffalo Springfield. That would be Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Your fact of the day for today is the website Excite turned down the chance to buy Google in 1999 for $1 million. Excite.com said, nah, that's too much for us. And then they disappeared years later. But could have bought Google for $1 million in 99. There you go. Thanks again to Ben Merritt for writing today's quiz. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I'm going to look up a lot of these groups that I might not know. I don't know the Moonglows, so I'm going to go throw them on a playlist right now. I love doing that, especially the big road trip coming up, moving from California to Tennessee. I'm going to be looking for lots of good music. I think I'm going to explore Jimmy Buffett for the first time in my life. My friend Don Ayers from San Diego sent me a Jimmy Buffett playlist, and I've never listened to anything but Margaritaville, so we'll see how it goes. And if you have any recommendations, drop me a line, ryanbuds@gmail.com, looking for great road trip music, maybe old stuff that I've never heard before. Thanks in advance. And thanks for listening to this podcast. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.